Gary Warren. As you know, it is Recovery Month.
Yes.
And we wanted to pick somebody who has been in long-term recovery and kind of get a little bit of a backstory.
Okay.
Of where you've been, where you're at, you know. So I guess we can get right into it.
Okay.
So to begin, what inspired you to start your recovery journey?
What inspired me? Pain and consequences. Yeah, pain and consequences. I have been using for over 20 years, and I made some half-hearted attempts to get clean, but nothing. I didn't invest in sobriety or recovery at all. But the pain and consequences kept getting worse, and my life was like literally going nowhere. If anything, I was going backwards. And it just got to a point that something had to change. Like something had to change. And that's when I kind of applied myself. I think my children were a big part of why I got clean, because I just didn't want to keep hurting and disappointing them. So that was how it started.
Okay. Now, what do you think has been the most challenging part of staying in recovery?
That's a good. Well, I mean, I don't know, because I don't look at it as it being like super challenging. Not at this point. It's been simplified for me per se. Like it's either this or that. So it's whatever I got to do to stay over here, I'll do, because being over there is far worse. So I guess step work is probably the hardest thing, and kind of delving into yourself and writing, and investigating you. But on a regular basis, I don't, I want to be clean. So typically when you want to do something, it doesn't pose that many challenges as opposed to when you're kind of forced to do something. So today I want to be clean. So making meetings, talking to my sponsor, being around sober people, that's not an issue for me at all. I look forward to it. So,
Cool. Thank you. Now, how has your relationship with others evolved throughout your recovery?
Well, certain cliches they talk about, like people believing in you until you can believe in yourself. So I think that my relationship with people has helped me to kind of like unlock some of my potential. I didn't believe in myself a lot. And I think that was a big part of why I kept using too, because it was a mask to mask all of that internal angst that I was dealing with on a regular basis. But you get clean and you get around people that believe in you and support you, and you can't help but buy into it. So when you see yourself one way, but then a bunch of people start to tell you that they see you in a different light, you start to buy into it. So, those relationships help me to believe that I can achieve some things that I never achieved under those circumstances. When I was using, there was no achievement. My ambition was to get high. So it wasn't like, save this, go here, do that. It was get high. That was the ambition every day. But I got clean and I got around some people that were already established in their lives, and they gave me and helped me to learn what ambition was. So I wanted to start doing some things that I never did, and I've absolutely been able to do that.
Cool. Thank you. All right, last but not least, what advice would you offer to someone who is struggling with addiction?
Don't give up. I was not one of those people that went to rehab once and got it together. I didn't go twice and figured it out. I didn't go 3 times and figured it out. But I went until I did. And thank God that I was able to. But I would just say don't give up and believe. Like, sometimes I think our circumstances make us believe that, the state that we're in is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Nothing. So, yeah, you might be down in the dumps right this second. And yeah, you don't have this and that. And it feels like it's going to, be this way all the time, but the truth is it's not, so just don't give up. And then one day, through perseverance and continued effort, you can get to a place that you never thought you could get to. So I never imagined my life being what it is. All I wanted to do was stop hurting my kids and actually have a job more than 6 months. And I've gotten so much more than that. So, trust the process. Recovery will change your life in ways you couldn't imagine. So if anybody that might see this, that's struggling, that just don't believe, just don't give up. And you'll see what happens for you, as it's happened for many others. I think people have this misconception that, you get clean on Monday and every fucking thing is great by Wednesday. Like, it's not how it works. But, you see the glory, but you don't know the story. And a lot of times you see people and, you don't see the work. You don't see the struggle. You just see the byproduct or the after effects. You don't see the nights of reading and step work and how many times they cried. And you don't see none of that. You just see the results, So just don't give up. If you don't give up, you can get to a different place. So.
All right, cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time and sitting down with me. So thank you.
Well, thank you.